Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been a long time, and I apologize, man. Just life, right? Life is just always just like in the way of everything fun. So, the main thing I want to do this video is just to let everybody know, dude, going to be doing a YouTube game. You know, for years now, people have been doing all their games in private, and we're going to do one right now, starting today. I don't know if my turn's today, but we're starting today. So we're gonna actually be doing, you know, the Bloodbath 40, using the Spoils of War deck, and also using the DoD deck at this position. So there's gonna be two different card decks that are gonna be on this game. In addition to, we're testing out a setup tweak, right? So we've only done the setup tweak, what? One, two, or three? Oh, it's partial. One setup tweak has been done longer than another setup tweak. But either way, we'll go over there at a map, show you in a minute. But anyway, just want to say, man, I'm sorry this is never out here. I know people ask questions, and I don't mean to be a dickhead by not answering. I just don't get on YouTube very much anymore. It's just life. But I'm gonna change that around. I'm gonna change that around because stuff has been out, but I haven't even told you guys about, right? Some of you are like, what the heck's a deck at this position? What the heck's the Spoils of War, right? Also, we have the map now in color. So that's been out for a while. There's just like, just haven't had time to like, be like, guys, this is what's out now. Now, as far as the map, yeah, there's been no changes per se, right? So all your maps are all still good. I told you, we won't be changing the Bloodbath map. That was it. So it doesn't mean the colors won't change, or it doesn't mean there might be some different tweaks or added just fun facts on the map. It doesn't mean that won't happen, but gameplay value, I'm always going to keep the same. So the deck of the deck of disposition isn't officially out yet. Well, it's all been tested. I mean, it's been bought, right? I gotta wait for it to get here so I can ship it to you guys that bought it. And unfortunately, I never did a video to let you guys know, hey, you can buy the deck, right? It's just pretty much been like just on the chat group. So we'll have to get once I actually release it to I guess unfortunately just the people that were close to me that knew about it. Then I'll get another batch, right? And if people want it, like people might hate it, I don't know, right? We like it. Anything to change the game, as far as not change the rules, not change the cards, not change the just all your shit just as good, but every game starts different, and that's the advantage of the two card decks. One card deck, the deck at disposition, changes setup. And we'll go over to the table in a minute, and I'll show you our game starting today, what setup changes happen. And the Spoils of War overwrite rules that are currently in the book. So little tweaks here are different on that, right? So you got to constantly remember the card, the card. But yeah, so we're going to be playing, it's myself and G.I. Joe against Commander Ironsides and Wild Bill. Commander Ironsides is playing Germany, and I assume Italy. And then Wild Bill is playing Japan. That left me with US, UK, China, and Joe got Commonwealth, France, Russia. We thought breaking the allies up that way is a little easier because then we don't have to ping pong videos back and forth. Somebody wants to be, US, but somebody else wants to be UK. Listen, there's a grouping of three, then there's a grouping of three. Like, which grouping do you want, right? And of course, Joe and I didn't care, but there is something Joe wanted to try on those segments, so he just picked that one, and he left me with US, UK, China, which I'm cool. I like playing UK. US, I'm always like, And what's fun though, this game, you might have heard me say this before, dude, I always get stuck with Russia, and which is fine because I never lost Russia, right? So all the games, I think if you go watch any of my YouTube games, you'll see that I never got crushed in Russia. I always just like, Russia, I'm always good with Russia. So it's nice that I didn't get pushed Russia this time because I've been Russia every single time I play. Okay, well, that's it, man. I just wanted to say, I just want to invite you guys to follow along. So the video I start when I do my turn, I'll make sure I keep in the log all links to everybody else. I had never been good at doing that before. I'm going to be more, adamant to make sure you can follow the game along if you want to. And, I got to answer you guys' questions. I know I've been very bad. Let me tell you, I don't want to get into it too much, but life, man, it seems like every other day I'm taking the trash out to the curb, right? That's how fast life is going by. And next thing I know, it's like boom, boom, boom. Hell, it's been 3 years since my daughter died, dude. I'm sure you guys remember that. I mean, 3 years. Wow. You know what I mean? It's just like life, man. It's just life. The older I get, dude, the older I get, the faster it goes. I'm going to be 50 this month. The older, tell you, man, it's blowing by. You youngsters, man, lucky, man. You have all this life ahead of you. It's like, man, it's like, dude, I'm doomed. All right, man, let's go check out the game. I'm not going to do any editing and shit, so we can grab the camera and walk over there. All right, now I got to hope that I don't accidentally turn this off. Okay, got it. All right, now can I? Oh shit! I don't think I can flip the camera back around while I'm doing it. Okay, we're gonna have to look at it. We're gonna have to hold it weird. Okay, so our spoils of war ended up being we have the tacticals now cost 10. We got the factory. The major factories can produce 12. We have both Axis and Allies have to give up $5 at the beginning of the turn. Sorry if I'm not tweaking this right. I have to look at it weird because the camera's backwards. We have cruisers now have a movement of 3. Naval bases no longer move their movement, so it's basically they can't go 4 ever, right? And then cruisers now defend 2 on their air defense for their AAA. So the deck of disposition changes were the resource, the oil in Siberia. Let's see, where's my finger? Damn it. The oil in Siberia moved to Soviet Far East. Not Siberia, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia moved to Soviet Far East. And then Siberia's resource actually moved to French Indochina. That's 2 cards. A third card was both Axis and Allies have to lose a fighter. So Japan decided to take 1 off of Manchuria. Let me get that now. And then we took 1 from New Zealand. Next was Germany and Russia got a tank. So Germany placed a tank here in southern Germany, and Russia placed 1 in Moscow. Then there was a second card that said Axis and Allies get a tank. So Germany took another tank, put it in Romania, and then Russia took another one and put it in Moscow. So that was the deck of disposition. For some of you who don't know, you can see the new map. This isn't the colored one. This is the other one. But you can still see the layout is made for the deck of disposition, because after playing it, we realized if these cards aren't on the table, you kind of forget about them. And even when they are on the table, sometimes you forget about them. So, but when if they're hanging out over here or something, oh, it's over, man. It's over. You're never going to remember. All right, man. So like I said, I will let you guys know when I do the vid, and then I'll hopefully you guys follow along, and hopefully it's a good game. All right, guys, take care.